last night on Thursday Night Football, the 49ers really just went out and, although it wasn't very pretty, to say the least, at the start of the game, they went out nevertheless and got a great win, and a win that was needed, a win you just wanted to get out the way. Thursday night, short week, and it's one of them games where, hey, we just hurry up and get this win and move on to the next opponent as we move to 3-0 and keep on rolling. So, Brock Purdy and the offense, they did have a couple of, hiccups. Brock Purdy throwing a couple of would-be interceptions, close to interceptions. But nevertheless, he played pretty well, and the offense continued to be good. And the 49ers defense keeps showing you that they are the top defense in the league. And like I said, just a good win for the 49ers. One win, you just, like I said, move to 3-0. Get it out the way, move on to the next opponent, who I'm pretty sure you face the Cardinals next, then the Cowboys. So you're really just trying to stack up this win and next win. So when you face the Cowboys, you can really go out and put out your best effort. The game really wasn't anything crazy, but I do want to get into the aftermath of this game and what does it mean, mainly for the Giants. Because if you look at the Giants, it's looking pretty rough, I will, to say the least. It is looking pretty bad. Daniel Jones, a guy who you gave a substantial amount of money for, and you decided that this guy is going to be a franchise quarterback and he is going to be the X factor going forward, and he's going to be the guy you rely on and the guy you put this offense, whose shoulders you put this offense on. He had an interception, didn't have any touchdowns, 22 of 32 percentage completion rate, and only 137 yards. And naturally, I've been hearing some people say that, hey, he went against the Cowboys defense in the first week, and now he's going against the 49ers defense in the third week, in which you could argue is 1-2 in the league, however you want to spin it. But I don't like that rhetoric, because when you pay a quarterback that much money, a decent bit of money like that, he should be able to not get swallowed up so consistently by good to great defenses. Now I understand if a defense is just so overwhelming, it's not much you can do, but at a certain point, you're our quarterback and you're the guy who we feel is the center of our franchise right now. So you should be able to, tread water and give us a fighting chance. And besides that Cardinals game, which is a game that I think was pretty ugly, and a game you should have lost, and a game that you should have been winning, but it ended up a game you should have lost when the Cardinals let you back in it. So it's not looking good for the Giants. You're 1-2. You're still going to have to survive a couple of weeks with Saquon Barkley out with that high ankle sprain, and Daniel Jones just hasn't been showing that he is that X factor quarterback that is going to be a guy who can keep you alive and do things for you to where he's the reason you're winning. So it's not looking good. Looking at their next couple of games, it's very possible that the Giants could start the season off 1-5, 1-6, because if you look, they have the Seahawks next game, which is a game that I think that you could potentially lose with how the Seahawks are coming off of a win. And that's a team that I feel like, is very capable of winning, and they're going to be a pretty decent team this year. So that is a game you could lose, especially with Saquon Barkley still missing out. Then you got the Dolphins, a game that I feel like you should lose, that you're the underdogs going into that game. Then you got the Bills, who I feel like unless Josh Allen has another game like he did against the Jets, that is a game to where you probably are going to lose. So for the next 1, 2, 3 games, you're already 1-2. You could very well start the season off 1-5 if things don't go well and you're not able to beat those teams that I just mentioned. And once you're 1-5, you still have to face the Cowboys another time and the Eagles twice more in your division. It's not looking good, because you're coming off a playoff win last season, and you're expecting to go into the season with a little bit of momentum and a little bit of optimism, but especially after paying your quarterback, but it just hasn't panned out the way they've wanted it to, and I don't know how it's going to pan out now, because right now it's just looking like it's going downhill, and it's not looking very good. Now, you're still 1-2. You could very well go out, beat the Seahawks, be 2-2, and now you got something to play with. But like I said, if you lose against the Seahawks, you should start to look towards down the line of your season and figuring out where you're going to be once the season ends. Because if you start 1-3, I don't know if you're going to beat the Dolphins with that high explosive offense, and I don't know if Daniel Jones can keep up with that offense. And then you're going against the Bills, who is a relatively explosive offense, just putting up 38 points against the Las Vegas Raiders. So if you're a Giants fan, I will look out for that. And quickly to go back to the 49ers, Brock Purdy played pretty decent. Christian McCaffrey did his thing. Deebo Samuel catching for over 100 yards. So, the 49ers are doing what they're supposed to. And next week they got the Cardinals, then the Cowboys after that. So, if you're the 49ers, you should be, just continue to keep this train that's steadily going up as towards the end of the season. That's when you reach your peak. And then going into the playoffs, you're just putting out your highest performance. So it's really going to be interesting to see what the Giants season starts to look like after their game against the Seahawks, because you're 1-2 and you could very well be 1-3 with some tough opponents coming in the next weeks. So it's not looking good. Thanks for watching. My name is Ojari Brown. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what you think of whatever I talked about today. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Hope you guys have a good day.